Good afternoon and welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. My name is Maria. I'm a youth coordinator at SOC and I will be your host for today. Just give me a second while I welcome our Spanish-speaking guests. Muy buenas tardes y bienvenidos a 3 en Punto con SOC. Mi nombre es María, soy la coordinadora del grupo de jóvenes con SOC. Hoy nuestro programa es en inglés, pero ofrecemos traducciones al español. Para escuchar la traducción puede llamar al número que aparece en la pantalla, que es 646-749-3122 y la contraseña es 779-328-221. I'd like to share a disclaimer that the views and opinions shared today do not necessarily reflect those of SOC and remind you all that you can access all of our past recorded episodes on the SOC Facebook page. So now for our guest segment, we have a pre-recorded interview with Brian Stewart from the Milwaukee Christian Center. Just 1 second while we get that fixed. Welcome to our show. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure. How you doing, Maria?
I'm good. So you can just start off by introducing yourself to us, please.
My name is Brian Stewart. I'm the youth program manager for Milwaukee Christian Center. I manage our youth development program, and we are based out of the Kosciuszko Community Center on South 7th Street between Beecher and Lincoln, and we've been there since 2005.
Okay. And then can you tell us a little bit about the Milwaukee Christian Center?
Milwaukee Christian Center has been in operation for almost 100 years. I think actually we are celebrating our 100th anniversary sometime this year. I don't have the dates on that, but located on the south side. It was formed by the American Baptist Church many, many years ago. We are not a faith-based organization, so it's a little bit of a misleading name. We're not religiously based, but we're a multi-purpose, multi-service agency. We run a food pantry. We have senior citizen programs. We have neighborhood improvement projects and youth build, which actually teaches young adults how to build houses, gives them a trade, and also enables them to get their GED. Most of these kids, it's for ages 18 to 24, I believe. Most of those young people have not finished high school. So it's a combination of equipping them with skills and also having classroom time so that they can get their high school diploma. Okay. And then we also have the youth serving programs, which I'm in charge of the youth development program, which pretty much encompasses your normal after school programming, which would be recreation, sports, homework help, tutoring, academic enrichment, arts and crafts, social skills, life skills, that kind of thing. And then we also, one of the biggest departments in our agency is our violence-free zone, which we are in 5 different schools in the Milwaukee public school system. And when I say schools, I mean high schools. Mm-hmm. And each school, there's 4 on the south side, which would be Bradley Tech, Pulaski, Bayview, and South Division, and 1 on the north side, James Madison. and there's a site supervisor at each school. And then they have also a team that works with them of mentors that work with youth students that are not thriving in the public school setting. They might have behavioral problems or academic problems. So each of these mentors has a caseload, and the idea is to work with kids that are not thriving in the school system, and sometimes mediate if they're having problems with teachers or administration. Really help them academically, socially, any way they can. And that's a huge department in our agency. So that's violence-free zone. So for youth serving programs, it's pretty much my program over at Kosciuszko Center. Youth Build, which is the one that works with teaching kids how to build homes and give them a trade, and then the violence-free zone in the high schools.
Okay, and these are all three programs are for students like high school ages, or?
My program is for all ages up through 18. So basically 7 years old through 18. So elementary, middle school, and high school. Youth Build, I'll have to double check on the age range. I think it's 18 to 24, but I might be a little bit off on that one. And then Violence-Free Zone is high school kids.
Okay. Do you have any programs coming up this summer for youth?
Yes. Oh, the one other program that we oversee, which I forgot, we oversee the Safe Place at Forest Home Avenue School on 15th and Forest Home. Two site supervisors in place there, and then the staff that works with the kids during the school year, during the school day, I should say, and then after school, they stay and they have aftercare up until 6 o'clock. That's been changed a little bit due to COVID, but they're back in person now. So summer programming, yes, we've traditionally done day camps both at my site and also at the Forest Home Avenue School. I'll typically have 50 to 55 kids between the ages of 7 and 13 actually, and Forest Home, they go anywhere from ages 4 up through 12. Okay. We've had to alter that type of programming due to the COVID situation. In the past, pre-COVID, we had field trips 3 days a week. That's an 8-week program, usually mid to late June through the first or second week in August. And the kids, families enroll their kids each week. That's really the only fee for service program that we do. Everything that we do at Kazi is free otherwise, other than once the youth have to take out a county membership, because that is a Milwaukee County facility. But everything, but in the summer, the day camp, because we provide field trips and the kids are there from 9 a.m. till 4 or 5 o'clock. That is a fee for that service. It typically in the past was $30 per week per child. Mm-hmm. And there's discounts and scholarships available for families in need. I'm not sure what shape the summer's gonna. It's not going to be a traditional day camp.
Yeah.
It still hasn't been decided as to whether or not we will have buses and field trips. Last summer, we did not have any field trips, any buses. Everything was held outdoors behind Kazi. Mm-hmm. So we're still in deciding what it's going to look like, but it'll probably be much more of what they call targeted programs, and kids will show up for specific programs that they want to come to. And I'm not even sure if there's a fee involved yet this year.
Okay, and then how would a student or a child sign up? How would their parents sign them? Because you said this program runs up to 12 years old, so.
My program will run through up to 13.
Up to 13, okay.
Yes, and I'll have my usual staff, which is just myself and 3 other youth assistants, youth serving assistants. And then we will have 2 adults from our violence-free zone program that have worked with us for many years. Are great guys. They're one's the site supervisor at South Division, and the kids love these guys. So they, in order to sign up, they could contact me directly. Right now, because we've been out of in-person programming for so long, I think our phones are actually down at Kazi. So you can feel free to share my cell phone number,
okay,
or my email address, which I think you have both of, and they could contact me either way to sign up. So we will deal with ages 7 through 13 at the Kazi Center. Forest Home, they start as early as K4 because it's school-based. And then they go up, I think, to age 12.
Okay. And then can this information also be found like do you guys have a website or a Facebook page?
Both. There,
Okay.
and this information will be on both. There's obviously Milwaukee Christian Center website, and the same thing, our Facebook page. There's a youth serving or youth development page that you can find through Facebook. All that information will be placed on both of those.
Perfect. So we'll make sure to put that on the comments. Do you have anything else that you want to share with us, or any other programs?
Just the one of the contact information for contacting me. They can always call our headquarters, which is located on 14th and National. It's the old Latino Community Center building right on the corner of 14th and National. And that number is 414-645-5350.
Okay.
645-5350. And then it would be extension 100. That'll take you right to the administrative secretary, and she can provide all that information.
Okay.
The other program that we're really trying to get off the ground is that Growing Connections program that I've spoken with you and Travis about it. Travis has been really helpful with that. And the main focus of that program, it's targeted for middle and high school kids, anywhere 7th and 8th grade up through about 10th grade. The reason we're not going higher than 10th grade is we want some longevity. So if kids join, we'd like them to stay with the program throughout their high school career if possible. And there will be part-time jobs available through this program. Right now, the main focus is going to be on renovating and beautifying that community garden on 5th and Beecher. And we've already started doing cleanups in there. It's right off the expressway. If you're coming from downtown, as you're exiting on the Beecher Street exit, you'll see the garden right to your right. And it's been in a really bad state of disrepair and neglect. So that's all going to be tilled and cultivated, I think, later this week, actually. Okay. And we'll start planting in there with neighborhood residents. We're looking for interested youth, pretty much 8th through 10th grade, that want to learn about urban agriculture, growing your own food. And it's not strictly an agricultural program. There will be opportunities for kids to network with business leaders on Lincoln Village, with the St. Joseph's Basilica Foundation Director, and also with 4 of the top artists that are in Milwaukee. There's a spoken word artist. She's actually the poet laureate in Milwaukee. Dasha Kelly is associated with this program. Eric Ledez, he goes by the name of St. community historian and storyteller. He's very well known in community circles. And then there's a Martina, and I'm blanking on her last name. So there's 4 main artists that will be working with the kids. This is a great opportunity for kids to really network with community organizers, activists, local artists, and business leaders. And really, this is something they can put on their resume as community service, volunteer service, and hopefully, if they stick with it, they'll actually have paid opportunities with this program. So they can contact me directly with the information that you can provide for them. We're really looking to recruit additional youth.
Okay. Do you have a deadline for them to contact you?
No, it's ongoing right now. The garden, we're hoping to go back in there tomorrow, and we met at the garden yesterday. I met with the coordinator. This is a collaboration with UW Extension. Okay. So I met with the coordinator yesterday, and also the evaluator from Madison. And he's from Milwaukee, but now lives in Madison. And he has ties to the Southside community. He grew up here, and his parents still live here. So there's no deadline. Although if youth are interested, I'd love for them to contact me as soon as possible so they can get in on the front end. We're looking to do not just planting in there, but actually to build maybe either a gazebo or an outdoor classroom, artwork, birdhouses, lending libraries, food. This might be a multi-year stage operation, but they can be part of something that's really going to change the whole face of that area right there on the south side. And there's a lot of momentum with the business leaders in that area, with St. Joseph's Basilica, with the schools. There's a lot of momentum to change that, because right now it's a pretty desolate looking area, and the corners there's panhandlers on every corner. It's not, we want to make that an inviting, beautiful space. So the kids or I should say the young people, young adults that are interested in doing something for the community, and also this will benefit them big time with connections. We'd love for them to be a part of this.
And that's ages or grade?
I would say grades through 8th through 10th if possible. I'm certainly not going to turn away a junior in high school or someone that's 7th grade that is going into 8th grade, but it's targeted for about that age range. Okay. So that there's longevity. And eventually the kids will also be working in the Coles garden, which is on it's actually quite a ways out, but we will be transporting kids once the pandemic is gone its route. So that's way out on the Mequon border. It's still in Milwaukee, but it's on County Line Road. It's a huge garden. And they have a lot of opportunities out there. What is
the time commitment? So let's say someone calls you and wants to sign up for that program specifically. When do they have to participate? Is it like an after school thing or weekends?
After school. Right now it's strictly during the week after school. We're just meeting 1 day a week at this point. That will obviously change once we start working in the garden, because obviously the garden needs more than 2 hours a week of work. There will be, I think there's about 10 to 15 garden plots that are already reserved for neighborhood residents. Mm-hmm. And those are like 20 feet by 20 feet plots. So they're good sized plots, but this is a really big garden. And we will do some planting of our own, both flowers to beautify it and maybe some raised garden beds. And then like I said, we're also looking to put a lot of structure, maybe even a water fountain in there. We're really hoping to make it a showcase, beautiful entry point to the South Side, and not just, people growing food, which is vitally important. Don't get me wrong, but we want to really change that's the entry point for tourists coming to the South Side that are going to the Basilica, or people coming to go to the Lincoln Village business, all the businesses on that corridor there. Rosca Funeral Home is right there. If you go east toward Bayview on Beecher, Michaels Corporation is now a brand new, huge, multi-million-dollar operation there. It's to everybody's benefit to really change. And the Harbor District is going to be doing a walkway. It's a multi-year project that'll go right along the river there. So kids that are involved with this will get to meet a lot of movers and shakers in that area, on the Lincoln Village area and the Harbor District. And they'll make a lot of really valuable connections to further their career, both in business and getting jobs, and also in their academic career.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for that information. We'll be sure to put all of your contact information in the comment section as well, just so people can contact you. Is there anything else before I let you go?
No, not really. I appreciate the opportunity to share all this with you, Maria, and really look forward to working with your organization. Hopefully once things ease up and we can get in person, I'd love for the youth you're working with to be a part of this project. And Travis has been an amazing asset for this project already. I talk to him several times a week, usually. He's always available. So I appreciate it on your end. And anybody have any questions, feel free to reach out, either calling or email is fine.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Maria.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so now we have just a community resource quickly. For our community resources, just to point out that Lay has a Level Up virtual networking and mentorship event June 24th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I'll have Alan, our producer, put the link for that in the comment section. Next up, just some reminders. It's almost time to say goodbye, but just to remind you what's coming up for the week. Wednesday, we have Maria Watts, the Community and Economic Development Officer at WHEDA. Thursday, we have Marlena Jackson, the Deputy Commissioner of Community Health at the Milwaukee Public Health Department. And Friday, we have the Community Organizing and Leadership Day. I just want to thank you all for joining us today, and then we'll conclude with our survey promo video.
Has this live forum been informative and useful to you? What part of the forum could be improved or changed to make it better? Please take a quick survey that's located in the comments section so that we can keep 3 o'clock with SOC going for residents. Thank you for tuning in.